to another hotel story time. What's going on, guys? So, today's story is about a stupid fat lady. So last night, this lady comes to check in. It's about midnight. So she comes to check in. She's a gold member, by the way. Gold member. Gold members aren't quite good. Gold members can be just about as bad as diamond members, sometimes worse. Because gold, sometimes it can be worse. I don't know why, but it's ridiculous. Oh yeah. Okay, but so last night this lady comes to check in. It's her daughter, and then her mom. They have 2 rooms. Neither of them are in the same name. Keep that in your mind for the rest of the story. But she said she called yesterday, and she spoke to the hotel for an hour, which that doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why she talked to anyone for an hour. And she was guaranteed that the two reservations that they had would be right next to each other. Very reasonable request. I understand. Well, by the time she gets there at midnight, mind you, she never called to say that she needed, she never called to let us know that she was going to be late as fuck to check in. So, she gets there at midnight, they sit down, or they come into the desk, yada yada yada. She does her whole spiel. I talked to somebody for an hour, yada yada yada. I was guaranteed with a guy that talked to him on the phone. He said that I was going to be able to be here, and that we'd be right next to each other, and everything would be good. And basically, my night auditor was like, well, it's not going to happen. and I love working with this guy. His name is Hassan, and he is absolutely hilarious. He's one of the funniest guys I think I've ever met. He's from Liberia, which is a country in Africa, and he just tells you how it is. No fucks are ever given, and it's straight up like, no, not gonna happen. Sorry. So he tells this lady, unfortunately, we are not able to put you in rooms right next to each other. And instantly, that fuse was lit, and she blew up. She was like, no. I talked to this hotel for an hour. And I'm standing there trying to figure out other rooms that we needed to get or whatnot, because we had like 4 arrivals left, and we had like 2 rooms. So I'm trying to get this all figured out, and Hassan is literally the only person that I just let sit there and deal with the people, because he has no issue dealing with people. He doesn't get like, oh my god, oh no, I can't do it. So I just let him take care of it. He puts them in their place, and if they demand to speak to a manager, I'll step in. So he's like, well, I apologize, but we didn't have any rooms that were right next to each other, yada yada yada. She looks at him and goes, well, I expect my rooms to be complimentary tonight. And he goes, no, that's not gonna happen. And it took everything in me while I'm standing like 2 feet away from him not to just fucking bust out laughing, just because he was like, no, that's not gonna happen. This fat lady looked like she was gonna pop. Meanwhile, her daughter is like, she's probably like 7 years old, 6, 7 years old, with her like first roller fucking suitcase, and she is behind her going in circles like as fast as she can. All you hear is and the grandma's like, stop it. And then her mom is, this is unacceptable. I spoke for an hour. I'm like, you didn't speak to anyone for an hour. Because if anybody would have been on this phone for an hour with you, I would have flipped on them. Like, get the fuck off the phone. We need to use the goddamn phone. So, lady was full of bullshit. So basically, we got her on rooms on the 15th floor and the 12th floor. I went ahead and blocked off 2 rooms that are right next to each other for the next day because they're here. They checked in on the 17th. They're here till the 22nd. So I went ahead and blocked rooms that are near each other in case they want to move. And Hassan was like, "We'll get you some. We'll get you room service tonight." Okay, fine, yeah. In my head, I'm like, "Man, that's a big bitch you about to buy some room service for. Is it coming out of your check?" Because there ain't no telling what this heifer's gonna go upstairs and order. So they get upstairs. And I hadn't dealt with this lady at all. Like, didn't talk to her at all. She calls down for her room service. And I said, "1 second, let me transfer you to room service." And she goes, "Can I just order, please? This is an absolute nightmare." And I'm like, "It's a nightmare? Why is it a nightmare?" "It's a nightmare because you weren't able to stay next door to your mother." That sounds like a great thing. That sounds great. I'm sure you just traveled a long way with her. This lady was old and senile. She can't be fun to be around. Shit, you're not fun to be around. If you're anything like her, fuck me, that sounds terrible. Plus you got a little monster that if she's anything like you, oh, shoot me now, man. Fuck. So, she says that and I was just like, "Yeah, yes, ma'am. What do you need?" "I want the kids' chicken fingers. Okay. And I want a cheeseburger." And every time I asked her those necessary questions when ordering items of that manner, "Okay, ma'am, how would you like a cheeseburger cooked?" "Medium well." "Okay, what kind of cheese would you like with that?" "Oh, Jesus, cheddar." I'm like, "Bitch, do you just want a fucking piece of meat brought up there? I can put that bitch rare. Onions, pickles, tomatoes, onions, pickles, tomato, lettuce, beans. I could put fucking guacamole on that shit. And you're getting mad because I'm asking you? Next time, bitch, you order, I'm gonna send a fucking anything up there. I'm gonna put every condiment and additive you can on this cheeseburger. This bitch just does not care." So I get off the phone, whatever, and I put in the room service order, and then I had to put all this shit in my manager's report, and it was an ordeal. But her mom, when they were up there, was like, she said, "I want this night free," and her mom was like, "Karen, like, will you stop being such an annoying little twat right now, and shut the fuck up and get upstairs?" People are crazy, man. If there's nothing else you take from this series, don't be a dick when you go to a hotel. Because I promise you, it's the last thing we need to deal with is some little fucking asshole like you coming up bitching about everything and anything. So go to a hotel and just be nice. Just be nice. But, yeah. That's all I got for you guys. That lady was crazy. But I hope you guys have a great day. I will see you later. Peace!
Got him. He doesn't know it. I'm an undercover sport bike rider.
Mail time.
Mail time. Mail time. Mail time.
The mail's here.
Here's the mail.